because you're white, do you wash your feet? Or
Yes.
do you just let the water run down like a lot of y'all say?
No, I wash my feet.
Thank you.
Do people not wash their feet?
Taylor Swift says she doesn't wash her legs at all. And Travis Kelce said it. His brother said it. The soap runs down your body, so that washes. And I said, this is why white people smell like Fritos. Because have you ever had a question you wanted to ask the opposite race, but you were too nervous to ask?
I'm Turner Sparks.
And I'm Phil Duckett.
And this is Black and White Advice.
Where we answer all your questions about race, even the scary ones.
This is Black and White Advice.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a message, cause they're up to the task. They're rolling the dice, they ain't always nice, but you can't think twice and get it. Black and white advice. Black and white advice.
Have we started?
We're on. So this is good. This is a good way to start. We're starting with the segment. We're going to get to the questions later, right? The advice questions are coming up soon. But before that, do you know my people?
I love this segment. I love it. I know it. We've been talking about it for a long time, but I think it's good because it gives us a chance to show people of our culture and see, how deep we are, into it.
I think I know every black person.
That's a bold statement.
You name somebody. If he's some comedian, I know. If it's the guy down the block, I'm going to know him. So I'm pretty confident going in.
I bet you won't get half of these people right. I just have a feeling.
Here's how the game works. So you show me a picture of a black person. I show you a picture of a white person. And then if you can get it in 0 guesses, one guess, you get 5 points.
Okay.
Right? If after that it turns into a yes or no, you can ask like 20 questions. You can ask, is it a politician? I can say yes or no. Is it someone in a band? Whatever. I can say yes or no.
All
right. Whatever question you want to ask. But each question you ask, your points go down by 1.
All
so
right.
one question you get 4. If you get in one question, 4 points. 3,
Gotcha.
2, 1, 0. At 0, you just tell me the answer. Whoever gets the most amount of points wins.
All right. I can't wait to see your knowledge of my people.
Do you want me to go first?
I would love for you to go first.
I'm actually a little scared now. The fact that you know Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, you should be.
I mean, you might know everyone on my list.
Yeah.
Here we go. Ready? We'll start here.
Phil Mickelson.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. This could be
Out the gate.
How do you know Phil Mickelson?
I play golf.
God damn.
What the fuck?
Really?
Could have put VJ Singh up there. I got that right too.
Chichi Rodriguez. I was going to go with him.
Probably wouldn't have guessed that. See?
Oh, my God. All right, you ask me. I don't feel good. Come on. You can't. That is Secretary of the Treasury.
Oh my God! Do you think this is Condoleezza Rice?
Maxine Waters?
Maxine Waters?
Wait, so is it a politician?
No, she's very well known.
She's very well known?
If you're cultured, very well known.
She's not a comedian. I know.
No, she's not.
Oh, wait, was that a question?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
No,
boy.
no, you was a guess.
I wasn't.
You didn't ask.
Yeah. I said she's not a comedian. Okay, is she a musical artist?
Not a musical.
All right, I don't know who that is.
This is Maya Angelou, the poet.
Oh! See, I read her. I don't look at
Now
her.
he fucking reads her.
I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever
seen
seen
a picture of her?
picture of Maya Angelou.
I told you I was gonna dog walk Turner on this shit. Told you that. All right, let's go.
All right,
Bring it.
I'm deleting all the.
Bring it.
Oh boy. You're gonna destroy me. Okay.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh my God. This is. I might quit this podcast. Oh, that's Old Dirty Bastard.
Finally, God, I was like,
Finally, I got that right away.
I can't believe you
It's
would
a
know ODB, but not Maya Angelou.
I've seen him.
You read so many books. I just knew you were gonna know Maya Angelou. Thank you.
She doesn't write picture books.
She's been on Oprah like 19
How many
times.
music videos does she have?
But ODB, I ain't gonna lie, I'm shocked you got that. But we're in New York. Wu-Tang Clan is a movement even still. So
Old Dirty Bastard, live and uncut.
Okay, now you redeemed totally redeemed
He's
yourself.
back, baby! All right, who's that?
Kennedy. Robert.
Oh, you got it.
Yes. That nigga dead too. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ramp it up now. You go ahead. I'm going to make it harder. You're 3 for 3.
I don't play, buddy. I play for keeps.
Oh, that's Idris Elba.
Okay.
Did you just put that in there because...
No. I knew I had to give you an easy because I didn't think you were gonna get the first 2. But I was like, you don't know Idris.
What did you think I would get? Did you think I would get Maya Angelou?
I really did. I really
thought I
thought you
would.
would get it. And I had a 50-50 chance you knew ODB because Wu-Tang is such a big thing. But I didn't know. But I really thought you.
You also gave me a young picture of him,
I gave you a picture of him.
but he was like 19. Anyway, whatever. I got it. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Fuck. Weird Al.
I love the attempt. It's wrong. But what I love about the attempt is that you saw the outfit and you're like, who would wear like a wacky outfit?
That big out.
Yeah.
Joe did a music video in an outfit like that, and so yeah.
Do we have footage of that, by the
Yeah,
way?
he had. Yeah, he
Yeah,
has.
okay.
Yeah, Joe was
Okay.
in that in his music video he did.
So I'll just say this. So now you know it's a musician. You can name the group or the person.
What's the dude's name from Peaky Blinders?
I don't know, Peaky Blinders.
That's who he does look like.
Was that a question?
No,
Oh, yeah, you can ask yes, no questions.
I'm just gonna. There's nothing to guess. I don't know who it is.
Okay, it's David Byrne from the Talking Heads.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I feel like most white people would. I tried to pick ones that most white people would know.
Gotcha.
I think most white people would know David Byrne.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So my turn. Last. I got. Okay.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
You know who it is?
Yeah. He's an actor.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna be able to guess it though. Is he like everyone should know his name?
Most people. I get. I mean, you know his name. You definitely know who he is when you see him. But a lot of people know his name, especially he's in Mission Impossible.
Wait,
so
is that
people-
Ving Rhames?
Yes.
Bang!
Oh
Baby!
man!
How did I get that?
I don't know. You pulled that one out your butthole, boy. That shit was crazy.
I can't even think of what he's been in.
Mission Impossible, Baby Boy. He's Holiday Heart. He's been in so much.
Was he in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah. He's in there. He's so much. He's been at it a long time.
All right, you ready?
Is that your dad?
No.
Can I give
Politician?
Can I give you a hint?
Yes.
It's the Maya Angelou of white people.
Is that Rush?
That's right. That's the Maharashi.
Is that Rush Limbaugh? I was like, once I saw it, I said, hold on, call back. Is that Rush? Wow. No, he looks thoroughly Republican.
Yeah, of course that's
Yeah,
Rush.
yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
Remember,
Okay.
remember when he got addicted to opioids?
No, I was 9, so I wasn't really in the lifestyle. Was that was the thing? He got hooked on heroin?
Yeah, and what did he call him? Ladies and gentlemen, I have to come clean. I've had a slight issue with oxycodone.
A slight issue.
Had to take a couple weeks off, but
You go to rehab.
Yeah, he went to
what
rehab.
a way to spin that. You better get this.
Oh, Lauryn Hill.
Oh,
Kidding me? The
my
miseducation of
Turner,
Lauryn
don't
Hill.
do this. I'm impressed you even knew the name of the album. I'm gonna be honest.
I had the album.
Do you?
Every white person had the album.
I didn't know that.
She was very popular with the white community.
She was very because she was in Sister Act.
I don't think that had to do with
think
it.
that-
No, because she was in the Fugees.
Yeah.
And everyone loved the Fugees. The Fugees cut across all races.
So I could have put
cultures.
because I wasn't gonna use her. I was gonna use Wyclef. You'd have got him too.
Of course, I would have got prize.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, we knew the whole. See, we're learning.
Yeah. Okay. You might be a little deeper than I thought.
Look at this. All right, we're gonna go one more.
Is that Jeremy Piven?
This is my favorite one. No.
David Copperfield. No?
No, but this is by far my favorite. This guy is like a god to white people.
Musician?
Yes, you're down to. I'm gonna say
Dave
we're at 3.
Matthews.
Nailed it.
Boom.
What was that? But I feel like I just.
You didn't win.
What was that? I was down by 3.
Down by 3.
I got 5 points.
Yeah.
Because I got the Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
So that puts me up by 2.
Yeah. And I guessed once.
I shouldn't have given you that. Yeah, you won by 1.
I did.
All right, that's it. That's our first time doing it.
So, I got 15 points in good credit.
Yeah.
That's the scoring system. I get good credit. You get street credit for your points. Yours is called street credit. I get good credit.
I think I got 15 points. You got 16.
My
You
credit
beat me
score
by
high
1
as
point.
fuck. I'm about to go get a car. All right.
All right, that's it. That's been Do You Know My People?
I love it. I ain't gonna lie. And next time I'm bringing this.
This
shit.
is a great. Now we know how it works.
Yeah, I got it now.
All right, we'll be right back with black and white advice questions from you. Hey, you want to get bonus content, early episodes, and have your questions answered on the show?
Well, then subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/blackandwhiteadvice and subscribe right now.
Do it, and we'll give you a shout out on a future episode.
And I might call you the N-word.
All right, we're back with black and white advice. Are you ready for these?
These are my favorite part of the show, honestly.
Here's the first question. This is from Toya in LA. Okay. When I was in high school, I remember going to my white friend's house and seeing them cuss at their parents. Now I have 2 high school kids of my own. They both have white friends, and they go to those friends' houses often. What should I tell them to do when they see their white friends cussing at their parents?
Toya, is it? What I would tell you to tell your kids is same thing my mama told me. Don't let your little buddy Chad get your life taken. Cause yeah, it's a normal thing. I grew up in a all white cul-de-sac and all that, and you go to your friends' houses, and it does start to rub off. Now we ain't crazy enough to cuss at our parents because we like our teeth and shit. You know what I mean? But you see them, and then you're like, well, he talks like that. So even when I would come back, sometimes I would just get like a normal little attitude, and my mom would be like, I sure hate Turner would get you murdered in here. Like
You bring that energy home to
bring
your
the
mom?
energy home. My mom nipped that in the bud at the door. Baby, you ain't Caucasian. There's going to be some rules in here. So I think, but here's the thing. If you raise your kids right, I don't think you have to worry about that because you set the tone early enough. They know what's acceptable and what's not. That's how I feel.
Okay, I'm going to complete opposite advice.
Please.
If you go to a white family's house and the kids in the family are allowed to cuss at their parents, those are the most liberal parents on earth. You, as a black high school kid, you need to join in.
Join in the cussing of the parents?
At their parents. Yeah.
Turner is giving advice that is going to get you
You
a
go,
charge.
that's right, Kathy. I do want some fucking eggs. And then if you say, because here's the thing. If these are, I'm telling you, my parents never allowed this. No one I know's parents ever allowed it, except for like the extreme liberal white parents let their kids, because they raised them in a way that like, oh no, it's okay to
Express yourself.
Patrick, yeah, do whatever you want. So then, therefore, there's nothing that would make them happier than to have a black person yelling at them in their own household, because they're like, look at me, I'm so like accepting. So
And
you're doing them a favor.
that might sound good in theory until the word gets back to your black mama that you cuss these grown people out. Your mama's going to beat the shit out of you.
No, but the word will never get back because
they're
the
not
people will
gonna
be
tell.
happy about it. They'll go home and they'll go, I'm so proud of us that we allow all voices in our home. Anything you can do. I'm telling you, there's white families right now listening and nodding their heads when I say this. This is a gift to them.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
to be
tell this.
yelled at by a minority.
I'm gonna say this to all the white families. Listen, your child come to my house and cuss at me. I'm whooping his ass and my child's ass. Let's go ahead and get the understanding on that. You come to my house talking shit, I'm gonna treat you like a grown man. That's how it goes.
What about finishing dinner? This is something I remember because like white families don't make you finish your dinner.
Which that's privilege because y'all like we have more food, honey.
But like any other race.
No, you went. I'm gonna tell you, I can still hear the line in my head sitting at the table because as a kid I hated lima beans. I couldn't stand them. It was just and black eyed peas. Could not. They were like actual eyeballs to me. I hated them. And I remember sitting there and they were getting cold. You know, when they get cold, they start to coagulate. So you really don't want to eat them. And my mom was like, She said, baby, you gonna eat them peas or them peas gonna eat you? Either one. And as a kid, I'm like, well, peas don't have mouths. But that's what she was saying. I don't give a fuck. You will eat them or they will eat you, but you're not getting up until they're gone. So.
And what about your friend? Like if your friends came over, would your mom make your friends finish?
My friends was white. They didn't eat very well that often, so they always finished the food at my mom, and my mama can cook. So they were like, Miss Duckett, can I have more beans? And I was like, oh, fuck. They loved it.
I remember being, like, two of us went over to this Latino kid's house, and his mom, I finished my food, but the other kid was like, no, I only eat when I'm hungry. I've been told to only eat when I'm hungry, and she flipped out on him and made him finish all his food. Yeah. And then he went back and, like, complained to his parents. Yeah. And then the parents called the family and was like, when my child's at your house, you can't force feed them.
Yeah, we can solve that. Tell his bitch ass not to come to my house no more. So that's it. Can't eat frijoles.
Anyway, so okay, that's conflicting advice there.
Yeah, it was gonna be conflicting advice because again, it says join in if you like, do it at your own discretion. I'm telling you, just growing up in them type of house. If it don't get back to him, if you want to test it out, test your cuss words out on white people, I'm all
tee off.
Yeah, tee off. Just know there's a time and a place, young boy, and do not take that back to your black household. All right. Here's
Cynthia from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, what up, Cackalack?
It's written in. She says, my white boss, who I get along great with, Cynthia's black. My white boss, who I get along with great, invited my husband and I over to his house for a Sunday barbecue. When we got there, we saw his kids playing with their dog and tongue kissing it on the mouth. Tongue kissing the dog on the mouth.
The picture of that is just grotesque.
She writes then, gross. But not my culture, so I ignored it. Later, right before the food was served, I was sitting on a chair outside and the dog jumped on me and started licking me all over my face and mouth. With my boss, his wife, and kids around, I didn't want to cause problems, so I just sat there and ate the burger that they served me with full dog saliva on my face. Later, the dog kept trying to jump on me. How could I have handled this so I could go wash my face but not offend my boss? And how could I have made sure that the dog didn't do it again? Okay, I think I have the answer.
Please,
here.
I hope you do.
Yeah, when you go over to a white family's house, because this is going to happen. White people tongue kiss their dog.
He's part of their family.
Fact of life.
Fact of life.
So you need to go preventative here. When you go to the house, you bring a COVID mask. And that way, if you see a dog and you see the kids tongue kissing the dog, you put on the mask and you go, listen, I got COVID and I got a tickle in my throat. I might have COVID. I'm not sure. So I just want to go full mask. Trust me, even though it's 2024, white families will be okay with this. They love the COVID mask idea. They'll say, oh yeah, by all means, put on the mask. And that way, if the dog jumps up on you, you got protection.
This is the worst fucking advice.
This is the best advice.
This is the worst fucking advice. How about you don't let the fucking dog jump on you? You can say down. You don't have to beat the dog. No, down boy. You don't watch Cesar Chavez, the dog whisperer or whatever. You got to be the alpha. Now, clearly the dog's running shit over at the White House. When I come in here, down.
White people are very close to their dogs.
Down, treat. They don't care as long as you give them a treat.
But no. But that's not how a conversation in a White House with a dog goes. Hey, Charlie, what do you do? You're being bad. Meanwhile, he's just licking the face of the guest.
You know, even in the Bible, it says you can turn the other cheek. You don't have to give them full tongue. You can turn your cheek.
That was before COVID masks came out.
I'm telling you, I've seen that. A dog's never licked me in my face because I don't allow it.
So you do the down.
I say the down, or I just turn my head on my chill, and then the owner sees how uncomfortable I am, and they're like, Sparky, that's enough, kennel up. But yeah, no, I've never just succumbed to the lick. Like, no, fuck no. I actually saw an article about this because it was crazy, man. Because you know that there's a whole theory: dogs' mouths are cleaner than anything ever. That's what everyone said. The reason they don't mind is dogs' mouths are cleaner than all humans' mouths. Well, funny you should say that. There was a lady who was on vacation in Mexico, cut herself on one of her plastic room keys. It was a little nick. Okay. Didn't think anything about it. Came home. Her golden retriever was excited to see her, licked her arms, her face. She got both arms and legs had to be amputated from a bacteria in the dog's fucking mouth. She lost everything. And you know what the crazy part about the whole story is?
What?
This bitch kept the dog. Imagine coming back from the hospital with no arms and legs, and the dog who took them is still eating your kibbles. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Ain't no way.
Where's this dog going to get? This isn't like a backyard dog.
We're going to the pound. I don't have arms or legs. I don't have arms or legs, fam. You're out of here.
What do you do if you're at your in-laws' house and they have a dog?
My in-laws do have dogs.
Right?
Yeah. They put them up. I'm black. I'm not comfortable with damn dogs.
Okay.
Especially dogs I don't know. If I didn't know that dog as a puppy, as a ute, I can't have him around me, okay? You know what I mean? And it's just any dogs. Because, everybody's like, he's so friendly. He's never bitten anybody. Why the fuck does he have teeth then?
I agree. Why does... Okay, when I was growing up, if someone on the block had a Rottweiler, you just knew to stay away from the Rottweiler. Now it's like, no, mine's the good Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Mine's fine. You just, Rottweilers, like Doberman Pinschers, they're friendly animals. I'm like, then why is Pinscher in the name of the animal?
Why are they guarding the junkyards? They do something. Anyway, so back to the story. Just have some boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries even with dogs, even with your boss. Your boss ain't going to fire you because you didn't want to get licked in the mouth by a dog.
Or bring a COVID mask.
Or bring your COVID mask in 90-degree weather in 2024.
For a barbecue, an outdoor barbecue.
Right. People look at you crazy, man. I still look at people crazy. When I see people wear COVID masks now in the city, I kind of weirds me out. In 2024.
I saw a guy last night in the park alone juggling and had a COVID mask on.
You see, alone. See what I'm saying? Like,
some people are mentally ill, I think. All right, here we go. Every time I'm a white guy living in New York City, every time I walk through Harlem, black folks make fun of me for my, in quotes, ratty old shoes. How can I remedy this without breaking the bank? This one's for Phil.
I mean, that's easy because, every shoe store has a clearance rack. We're not tripping about the brand of shoes. It's the condition of the shoes. Ever since white women made it cool to wear the dirtiest fucking Air Force Ones they could find, y'all have really embraced that. And like black people, that's the one thing since the beginning of time, since I've been alive. Before then, even black women, they'll tell you, what's the first thing you look at when you look at a man? They're like, oh, his feet. They go from the feet up. That's how they do it. So in our community, if your kicks are busted, you ain't got a shot. Because, if you don't care about your appearance, you don't care about nothing. That's how we feel.
Why shoes, though? Like, why do black women start with the shoes and go up?
I'm not a black woman, so I can't speak for them, Turner, but I'm just telling you what they start at the shoes. Your kicks got to be clean. But even as a man, even now, when I take my shoes off, I have a toothbrush. I'll put my laces in, and I brush my shoes before I put them on again. Keep them crispy as long as you can. Because that's just how we raise. It's a cultural thing. And then y'all started just getting the bummiest. I'm talking like the Air Force Ones don't even have a logo on them anymore. And y'all put them with a $1,000 outfit. And I guess that's called white privilege. I don't know, but we just ain't allowed that.
Is this everything white privilege? Wait.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we've got to the heart of it. So wearing shoes that aren't nice?
Because think about it. From the beginning, black people at least, we were always, your first impressions are everything.
Yeah.
People judge you before you even open your mouth based on how you look.
But that's like
But for black people, we always had to be pristine because we were already getting judged on so many different levels. We were already not accepted. So we had to look you know where the word Sunday's best comes from? You know when he was in his Sunday's best? No, it comes from slavery. Back in the church, the slave owners used to have competitions on whose slaves would be dressed the nicest for church on Sunday. So it was known as Sunday's best. He would dress his slaves up to be the cleanest. And you're like, my niggas look better than your niggas. And that's where Sunday's best came from. So we always we have to look nice on special occasions. And that's how it grew into this. So now, even still, it's all about first impressions, always about being fly. It's always about being pristine and clean because that's how it was ingrained in us. And now it still is. So that's why we do it. White people they could look however they want. Think about it, the richest white people dress like homeless people most of the time. You know what I mean?
True, but that's like modern. I feel like even up to the mid-90s, rich guys dressed in suits. Trump's like
Bill
the last
Gates
holdover.
drives a Toyota Tacoma and wears Wrangler jeans.
But Trump's like the last holdover from that era.
Yeah, but
and then it became once they went to Silicon Valley, Bill Gates, those white guys started being like, oh, I'm so rich I can dress like a dump.
But the thing is that you've always been able.
You still have to let me come in and hang out.
But you could always do what you wanted. You always do. You know what I mean? It was just kind of what it's just. Who's going to tell a white dude? You run the company. You can come into your office and jogging bicycle shorts but I mean it's just like one of those things. Y'all
people
can do it.
No, but this is a shoes thing. People do wear suits. right? People still.
And wear bummy shoes with the suits. Have you seen that? I've seen bummy sneakers, New Balances with nice suits. White people do that. If I'm gonna wear a suit with sneakers, the sneakers got to be brand new.
What's your opinion on flip flops?
I hate them. I hate the sound of them. The flop, flop, the flop, flop, flop. I don't have any cares. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, I don't like it. I hate flip flops.
Hey, baby!
The rainbows, are those
Are they? No, I can't afford rainbows. Those are expensive. These are reef.
I think rainbows are like $100.
Yeah, but it's lifetime. $100 for flip flops.
I don't wear them, period.
Those flip flops are like $20.
Really? See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never invested. What do you think of Crocs?
Very against Crocs.
See, growing up, we were alive when Crocs came out, and you used to get picked on when they first came out. People were like, "Did you see those?" Because like they were a joke.
Yeah.
And now every celebrity, every kid, they
Kids
wear Crocs. Like even the most famous.
I'm
people
against
like
Crocs.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you put it in terms of Crocs, now I know what you're talking about. In terms of the dislike of flip flops, I didn't know until I moved to New York City that people, and it's not just black people, people in general, in city people don't like flip flops.
We shouldn't wear flip flops in New York City, Turner.
I wear them on the subway.
You don't give a fuck about nothing, do you? Turner, you can't. There's too much dumpster and bum juice and what about when it rains
Bum
and
juice?
it flops into the puddle and it's dookie water and shit on your heel? I have so many questions. Let me ask you, and this ain't
Are my feet gonna fall
that,
off?
This
like
is what
that
I want
lady?
to know because you're white. Do you wash your feet, or
Yeah.
do you just let the water run down like a lot of y'all say?
No, I wash my feet.
Thank you.
Do
'cause
people not wash their feet?
Taylor Swift says she doesn't wash her legs at all. And Travis Kelce said it. His brother said it. They're like, I mean, unless I was running through mud, but if it's a regular day, the soap runs down your body, so that washes. And I said, this is why white people smell like Fritos because because this is ridiculous. The water.
We also eat a lot of Fritos. Fritos are good. If you're gonna go against Fritos, I'm gonna cancel. This is the end of the podcast right now. If you're gonna come out against Fritos.
I'm just saying, when I heard that, I was taken aback.
It's tortilla chips for people who are like, hey, these tortilla chips, we need more salt. There's not enough on these salted chips. There's not enough salt. Can we chop them down a little bit and triple the salt?
Oh my god.
Put them in a bag, shake it up.
dude.
Now we got Fritos.
I'm glad to hear that though. So, because if you wear flip flops, I feel like you have to soak your feet and wash in between them because you've touched too much.
I mean, I wash them when I shower. But when I lived in China, I did soak when I came home. My wife made me do that.
Why did you leave that practice over there?
Well, now I'm in America.
You mean to tell me that New York City is cleaner than China? No way.
It is.
That's terrifying.
I mean, actually, it's not.
That's
Wait, no. Let me
terrifying.
say this because I know China's going to go nuts. It's not today, but it was. China's gotten a lot cleaner over the last 5 to 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
What
So-
happened? New regime?
Yeah, you could say that.
I'm gonna go easy on that.
I want to be able to go back to that country.
Gotcha.
Let's just say there's a new man in charge who won't leave.
That is terrifying. Who won't leave?
And part of his way of, and one of the things he's done is say, at this country, we got to clean that. He's just taken a fire hose to the whole place.
What are we chopping fingers off for littering or what?
There's this, you want to get into it?
I would love to know.
Social credit score. Have you heard of that?
It's just like that Black Mirror episode. So if you get caught littering, they lower so you can't have friends.
So you can't, we all have credit scores.
Yeah.
You can't buy a house or whatever it is. You can't get a loan if there's a truth. But that's if you default if something's wrong with your money, right?
Right.
But there they have what's called a social credit score. And that just means if you go out to the street one day and you're wearing stripes with plaids, boom, down. You can't get on the train the next day because people are like that guy.
Is that an example or is that something for real?
I mean, that's exaggeration.
Oh, I'm like,
but there
what?
are, it is simple. If you are yelling at somebody in the street super loud and it wakes everybody up at 2 a.m., then the next day you go to buy a train ticket to get to the next city and you'll just be like, no, your score's too low because somebody reported
How do you get it back up? Or are you just stuck in the city now?
You got to just go kiss ass around the neighborhood for a while.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're stuck in the city, or you got to go buy a car, and then you got because it's all social things, faux pas that you did wrong. One of them's littering. There's yelling, noise pollution, street pollution, all kinds of stuff. I'm telling you, he put it in 5 years ago. I hadn't been there in 5 years. I went back a month and a half ago. It worked. It's a very clean country now. Very quiet.
I bet.
People are very obedient.
You tell me that if I litter, I can't leave my city? Shit. I'm going to do everything by the book.
Much more polite.
Yeah.
There's part of you that goes, there's something to that.
There's something to it. Well, yeah, good luck with
Like
that.
when I'm woken up at 3 a.m. by someone screaming in the street. I'm
when the crackhead's yelling at the
yeah,
ceiling.
I'm like, I'd love to lower their
Lower
social.
his score right now.
All right, last question. This comes from Gus in Florida. Phil, he wants to know, why do black guys get so excited for magic tricks?
Shit. I can tell you it's not excitement, really. It's more fear. That's what it is.
So you know what I have in my head when he asked this? What I have in my head is that David Blaine doing magic for the Dallas Cowboys. Do you remember that in the 90s?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was the first time any of us saw that like street magic thing.
Yeah.
And Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin, he was in their locker room and he finished some trick and they literally just ran away.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, they ran like hundreds of yards.
Every time our mind's blown, we start running. That's what we do. I run too, like, nah!
Because of magic?
Because of anything. If something's really funny, think about when black people
Yeah,
die
you
laughing,
take off.
we take off running.
take off.
I start sprinting when it's really funny. I can't. So what we do is funny as shit.
We fall.
Yeah. I fall in, I run. But same thing with magic. But it's not, it's exciting, but it's mostly fear. A lot of black folks were raised in religious, like just kind of growing up, just your roots are in church. Even people who don't go now, your grandmother.
Yeah.
Even like the hoodest dudes you met, their grandma was in church.
Influenced by the
every
church
day
culture.
every Sunday they're in church and God and what's demonic and what like a lot of us, even we like horror movies, we ain't watching The Exorcist and all that. That's demonic, and we quick to call something demonic. Like that ain't nothing but the devil. Magic like that is crazy, but it's in such a different realm, and there's no way to explain it. So we like, nah, that's the devil right there, dog. You know what I mean? Because I've been to those shows where like a mentalist was like, matter of fact, Matt Richards, comedian, one of the best magicians I've ever. Well, he's actually a mentalist. It is phenomenal. He went on. He came over one time, and we were doing.
Wait, does he do that at like on stage?
He does.
at
He
New
does
York
a
Comedy
magic. He
Club?
does a magic show too.
I think I had to follow him doing magic one night.
It is unreal how good he is, and literally.
And then what are you supposed to do next?
But I don't know. But I'm telling you, I wouldn't follow that shit.
It was awful. I bombed so
Dude,
hard.
Because you're just mind blown. It's like, this guy's the real. But anyway, he was like, literally, when he walked in, he was like, take the sticky note. He was like, write down anything. Think of something, anything. I don't care what topic, anything you want. Just write it down and fold up. He said, at the end of this, I'll tell you what it is. And when I shit you not, he's like, are you ready for that word? He said,
Wait, you just wrote down a word?
I wrote down a name. He said it could be a word, a person, place, thing, anything.
Wait. Before you tell us, let's mention that he's black.
Matt Richards is a black magician.
Yes.
Right.
I've never seen that before.
You don't see him very often. I tell you that. It's like Haley's Comet. So he was like, ready for it? And I wrote down J-Lo at the beginning. And we had not talked about Jennifer Lopez.
Can I ask you a question here?
Sure.
Did he then, you wrote it down, did he then ask you a series of questions?
No, he was just talking, and he said, are you ready for the word? He'd ask me questions about other things, but nothing pertaining to what I wrote down. We were just having a podcast, like just talking.
Oh, he was on a podcast?
Yeah, and we were just talking.
Okay.
And then he was like, all right, he's like, so you ready? And then he was like, and he looked at me, and he was like, it's a musician. And I was like, yeah. He said, Jennifer Lopez. And I said, get the fuck out. I literally just ran out. I was like, because I literally wrote it down, and it would have been like 45 minutes. I put it in my pocket. I didn't show anybody. And it was just like, I don't know, man. It made my head explode. I was like, how do you do that? He was like, I've been doing magic since I was 3 years old. And I was like, but still. He was like, I'm a mentalist, so there's certain things that you do. I said, there's nothing that I did today that would make you think Jennifer Lopez was on my mind.
Yeah.
He was like, I've been doing it forever. He does it at the Comedy Cellar all the time. He has a magic show. But yeah, it's impressive.
But we know.
But it makes you run because this has to be different spirits.
It's the work of the devil?
This is the work of the devil. But this is the Salem witch trials, and I'm going to burn all you motherfuckers.
But also, we all know that magic's not real, right?
That's what y'all say. But this wasn't magic. This was mental. He was in my fucking mind.
But even he told you there's some type of a something.
You got to be in my head. What do you think? I was out here dancing to Jay? Like, I wasn't like, I was on Yo MTV Raps, nothing. It was just a thought that came to my head, a name, and I was like, oh, he'll never guess this. Is so random.
All right.
I don't know. Black people in magic, we are, highly volatile. It freaks us out, but it makes us run because we like, nah, that's crazy. But no, it's a different type of excitement. It's more fear.
I I used to do magic for like 15 years. Did I tell you that?
No.
And see, it's
Before
always
I, was
something.
before I was a comedian, I was a magician. I've had black people run away from me.
It's scary, Joe. It really is. It's like, it's an unknown force. It's the dark arts.
I get that I don't understand it. Also, can I ask you this?
Sure.
Why, when black people think something's funny, that like will repeat it? Like you say something funny, and then the response will be "he said," and then just say the same thing, and then the "he said" guy usually gets as big of a laugh as the original guy, and I'm like, why is he getting credit? He didn't do anything. He just said "he said," and then like you could be like. Why the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. And the guy will be like, he said to get to the other side. And then they'll start, everyone will be like, yeah, he did say
We were
that.
still processing.
And I'm
it.
like, he's stealing your joke right in front of you. He's doing your bit.
we don't take it
to
like
your face.
Doing your bit is
Like if
crazy.
that was me, I would be like, yeah, I did say that. We all know I just said that. Of course I said that. That was my line.
But it was the reassurance that, did you hear? Because sometimes it takes a second to process. So with them saying it, it's like, that's exactly, okay, I thought I was tripping. No, they just,
I would be furious. I would be like, this is my material. What do you think? I have this to give away? We have a finite amount
I
of...
can't wait to do a he said with him real quick.
You do not he said me. I dare you to he said me.
I can't wait to do that. This fool Turner just said,
I don't mind if you he said me, but then if that gets a pop,
oh, I'm going to get a standing ovation.
if you do that on stage, if we do this live and you do that on stage and everyone then laughs bigger at you, I'm like, that was my joke.
He's going to walk off the
At
stage.
least steal it behind my back.
He's like, I can't
you know?
work like this. Oh, man.
Steal it when I'm not in the room.
No, that's good
Just right in front of me. All right. That's the show.
I had a blast today, buddy.
Black and white advice. Everybody, write into us. We now have a Gmail. We have a email address, blackandwhiteadvicepod@gmail.com. Any questions you have for me, for Phil, anything, write us in. We'll do it soon on the show. That's it.
You've got a question, but you're scared to ask. Just drop the boys a message.